Hi, this is Coach Eller of Anderson County Elementary Cross Country. Just wanted to put up a short video to kind of explain our procedures and what we've got to do as we begin our conditioning workouts this week, starting actually on Tuesday. That is August the 18th. I think that's right. And the students do need to be in groups, and group information has been sent out. There'll be a link below if you still need to sign your child up in a group. And of course, if you haven't done the actual sign up. Now, if you are having trouble with the sign up, I just need you to send me a short email to let me know that you're having trouble with that, and we can log you in and sign you up with the time that you want. Or you can text me or call me. That's totally fine too. First thing first, this is the spot where we'll be checking in for practice. I'll step out of the way. You can see this is where the little gate is, right at the edge of the middle school practice football field. There's the middle school over there. So you can see we're on the back side of the middle school, right where the little sidewalk is leading into the football field practice area. Our actual area, you can see the trees back there, that kind of nice round trees, kind of our gathering spot, and we'll do our work up on that soccer field above that, and on the 0.7 mile course around the whole backfield of here. But it is all isolated. We're not running across roads or down the sidewalk or anything like that. So that's thinking about that for safety. So kind of the whole procedure, we are working out in groups of 10. So we'll have a few groups, and you will work out with that group of 10 each time that you're scheduled, whether it be a Monday and a Wednesday or a Tuesday and a Thursday. You can't switch groups. You can't come to one group one week, another group one week. We're kind of keeping our contact circle kind of tight so that if there were to be an issue or anything like that, we could narrow and eliminate things quickly and easily. But don't anticipate that. But it is part of what we've got to go through. Now, I'm not loving the idea of policing all this kind of stuff, but I am loving the idea of having cross country. And if we want to have cross country, we've got to follow these rules. I don't care if you hate masks and you never wear a mask and you refuse to wear a mask. It is what it is. Okay. I will be wearing a mask during all the practices when I'm with the kids. Only exception would be as if I'm actually out running myself, but that probably won't be during our practices unless you're signed up for the early morning. We're doing a 7 a.m. group twice a week, and I'll be with that, probably running. But our evening practices are our workouts. We actually can't call them practices, and that's kind of a weird thing, I think, too. They are going to be conditioning workouts. The reason we're not calling them practices is very simple. These are not official team practices yet until we can hold those. But the Athletic Association is allowing us to do conditioning workouts in small groups of no more than 10 students and one coach, and that's us. Which that very simply means parents, you cannot be on the field, you cannot be congregating, you have to stay in your car. The only exception is when we're actually doing our check-in for the first few times if your child's going to need help answering the screening questions. So here's how it works. 5 minutes before your time to start, I will take my spot right here. I'll have a clipboard and I'll have a handheld thermometer scanner. And once the group that was here before you, once they leave, you can come up and I'll probably wave and just acknowledge you. I don't want you gathering. You still need to stay 6 feet apart from each other when you get up here, but that's when I will go about checking you in, and I'll make sure you're in that group. We'll scan you for a temperature. I think it's 100.4. As long as it's below that, we're fine. And I'll ask you a couple questions. I think it's the standard questions we're getting everywhere. Have you had any symptoms? Have you been to Wuhan, China this week? I don't know what they are, but we have an actual form that they've produced for us, and we actually have to use that form. Okay, so parents can come with their child up for that part if they need to. Shouldn't really need to, especially after the first couple times, but then I need you to return to your car. Now, you're welcome to sit here in the parking lot and watch from your car. You do not have to. You can leave. I do ask that you're back in plenty of time, maybe 5 minutes before dismissal time. So what we will do, once I've got everybody, we will gather up by our tree, like I said. We will talk to them just a little bit, then we'll do our stretches and our warm-ups, and then we'll do a little bit of a run, and then we've got basically some games that we're going to play. So want to make this whole experience in cross country something that's fun, something that they're really going to enjoy. And that's, if you know me, that's kind of a key thing, is making everything fun. I'm not expecting us to win Olympic gold medals, but I am expecting every one of our runners to have a great time. So I guarantee that. If we're not having a great time, let me know. We'll figure out what we can do. Now, saying that, we are going to work hard. You know, we're not going to improve, we're not going to accomplish our goals if we're not willing to put in the work. And that's one of the lessons that hopefully we learn from sport and something like cross country. So I hope all of our kids get a good experience with that. Okay, now coming to practice, I need them to bring a beach towel and water. So I've got my water and my towel, and I don't buy this every time. I refill it in my sink. So it doesn't have to be anything fancy. Doesn't have to be ice cold. In fact, it's a little better if it's not completely cold. Not that you want warm water, but yeah, we will be running. It has been hot, and they'll be sweating. So a little bit of water will be very helpful. Now, if they've got the little water bottles, that's fine. Maybe bring 2 of them. We do not have an option if we run out of water. There's no fountains, there's no hoses, there's no facilities of any kind out by our field, which is the same. I don't want them drinking a gallon of water if they can't hold it for 45 minutes, because as you can see, there's no bathrooms either. So make sure they do that, do their business before they get here, and just be ready to go when we get here. We have 45 minutes, and I'm sure, especially the first few times, it's going to take us a few minutes getting through this check-in process and all of that. So I want to maximize our time as much as possible. So we want to come ready to work, ready to have a good time, and ready to enjoy what we're doing. Also, so the towel is for when we're doing our stretching and warm up. A lot of times we'll be down on the ground, and especially afterwards, if they're hot and sweaty and they're all rolling around on the grass, it's just not comfortable for anybody. So make sure they just bring that. It doesn't have to be a beach towel, but that's a good size. You know, it's just somebody big like me. That's what I need. Dismissal. Once we are done up by the tree, I will come over here to this same spot where we checked in. And again, I want to try to do that right on time. So please be here. It's very important that you're here. But we'll come right over here. You do not have to get out of your car, but if I can, I just need to make eyeball contact with you. Now, can't have a kid bring, I'm going to go home with Joey, or I'm going to go home with this person. That has to be arranged. They have to be somebody that's in IC and from campus, as somebody that they can be transported with, and you need to send a note with me beforehand, or no note to me beforehand. Okay, so I know what's going on, because I can't just release kids to, hey, who wants this kid? Obviously, I think you understand that. And that's it. I mean, this video is kind of long, but I wanted to cover that, and I'm sure you're going to have questions, and that's okay. Feel free to text me. That's why I'm throwing my number out there quite a lot. Any questions you might have. Now, I forgot this one. Physicals. They have to have their physical before their first practice. Okay. You could drive through the parking lot and wave at me, but if you're going to get out and be on the school grounds and they're going to start our conditioning, they must have their physical. Once you've got that physical, again, I'll put the link to that in the description below. It's an actual KHSAA form that has to be filled out by your doctor or healthcare professional and on file with us. They can bring that with them the first time they practice. If they bring it, it's signed by a doctor, great, we're good to go. And I will file that in the school. If you need to fax it somewhere, it needs to be faxed to the middle school. Attention Tammy Gilkison, who is our assistant principal, and our middle school athletic director, and elementary cross country is falling under middle school. So she handles and coordinates all of that stuff for us. Okay. I think that's everything. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Your kids are gonna grow. They're gonna do things they never thought they could do. And we're gonna have a lot of smiles and probably a lot of sweat, and maybe even a little bit of frustration, but we'll grow through that, and it's going to be a great year. Please, if you haven't signed up, get that, join us, and we will see you, some of you Tuesday, some of you Wednesday, and as you're getting your physicals, let me know, and we're ready to go. Thanks.